Oh, hi! Welcome back to our vegan kitchen. I've got a really nice recipe for you today. This one happens to be gluten-free, vegan, nut-free. I know around this time of the year when we're all doing holiday stuff and picnics, and it's kind of hard to integrate with normies. Because if you're gluten-free or vegan and you want to share your food, and you want something that's going to taste good for you and for them, this is a great recipe for pound cake. And I'm surprised at how good it came out. I normally don't make the recipes on the back of the Bob's Red Mill packages, but this one, it really intrigued me. It was on the coconut flour one, and I wanted to give it a try. And I'm slowly using my Just Egg for more and more gluten-free things, and I have to say I'm very pleasantly surprised. It works really well as an egg replacer, like a really good egg replacer, not like when you use tapioca flour or whatever, or a flax egg. This is the real deal. So let's get started. This is great for Easter or whatever, whenever you want to eat it. I'm going to change it up today, and instead of icing, I'm just going to put a little chocolate chips in the middle to make it a little special. So, very simple ingredients, pretty clean ingredients. We're going to start with our flours over here. So we have the 1-to-1 gluten-free flour. We have some coconut flour. Don't worry, all of the measurements and ingredients will be in the info box. And we also have some brown rice flour and cane sugar, organic cane sugar. So we got that mixed up. We're also going to add in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I always have to catch myself. Is it baking powder? Is it baking soda? It's baking powder. And yes, that seems like a lot, but you really got to get your foot under the butt of the cake to raise it up when it's gluten-free. So that's why we have to double up on the baking powder. So this is not like oil-free. I'm going to not apologize right now because sometimes you just, especially when you're sharing with other non-gluten eaters, gluten eaters, you want it to taste good. So it's only got 1/3 of a cup of melted butter in it. And they used coconut oil. I said, you know what? I feel like just using some vegan butter for a change because I really like that butter flavor. Reminds me of the Sara Lee pound cakes that I had in the frozen section when I was a little kid. All right, so the only thing that we have to weigh is the yogurt. If you feel confident not weighing it, go right ahead, but I'm going to weigh it to be sure. So like I said, we got the melted butter. I'm going to zero out my scale. It's being sluggish today like me. All right. So we're going to put in 12 ounces. She takes a lot of yogurt. I'm using coconut yogurt without sugar and without vanilla. You could use the one with vanilla, but this is the one that I had because this is the one that I used for my ranch salad dressing, so I just had it on hand. All right, so that's 12.2 ounces. That's pretty good. All right, we're going to also put in a little bit of vanilla. Just a splash. And then we're going to, we need our egg too.
Oh, silly.
This, seriously, amazing. I mean, it's just amazing. It's like the best product of the 2000s if you're vegan, I feel like, besides the burgers. All right, so it's 3 large eggs. No, it's not. It's 2 large eggs. It's 2 large eggs. Don't worry, I'll put it in the info box. So that's 6 tablespoons.
Okay.
All right. So we're just going to give this a little stir. And then you know the drill. Wet into the dry. Mix it up. Don't have to worry about over mixing because we're doing gluten-free, so you don't have to worry about the gluten activating because it's not going to happen. It's not in there. Yeah, I slopped it up. Ooh, I'm sorry for anybody.
That is a horrible sound.
I'm sorry for anybody who hates that. Let me use my rubber spatula.
Rubber.
Rubber, baby. Rubber baby baby bumpers. Remember that?
The what?
I guess you're too young for that. All right, we're going to mix this up. We're going to put it into our beautiful loaf pan over here with some parchment. You don't want this to stick. I have a tip for you. Parchment can have a mind of its own. So if you take the size piece that you need and you crumple it up and get some creases in there, and then turn your dish over and smooth it out on the back, it's going to be a lot easier. You're going to have to fight a lot less with it.
Interesting.
Yes. So much easier than trying to make it stay in there. All right, so let's get this mixed up, and I'll show you how to put the chocolate chips in. All right, so I got this all mixed up, so I'm going to put a little bit, like maybe a third of this, or maybe even half in, and I don't want to put the chips like mixed in because I'm afraid they're gonna like all sink to the bottom.
One giant cluster.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and be a little strategic with my chips. I'm using, I guess it's about a third of a cup. So, one snuck in there behind the thing. It's gonna make a mess.
Oh.
Right? Then you put a little more. Try not to like mash this up too much once the air has gotten into it and you see it like starting to puff up, because you're not going to get those bubbles back. So just kind of be a little bit gentle with it after it activates.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It smells so good.
It does. It smells legit, for sure. All right, we'll pretty this up off camera. But right now, let's just let's get the rest of this in here. I do have to tell you, I must tell you, the oven is preheating to 350 right now, and this is going to go in there for about 15 minutes. Depending on how runny your yogurt was, you might have to let it go a little bit longer, or maybe a little bit shorter. But you know what? Do the toothpick test and then you'll know for sure. So let's pretty this up and get that girl in there. All right, so it had a little shave and a haircut around the stuff that was sticking out. I didn't realize this until recently. I read the parchment paper box and it said not for use in a toaster oven.
Oops.
This is not advice. Don't sue me if your thing catches on fire.
I mean, I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, that's why I always trim it now.
Are they just saying that because it's closer to the element? Like it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why. But I feel like if you don't have it like close to the element, it should be fine. But, you know, do what you're comfortable with doing. If you want to grease it instead of using the parchment paper, that's fine too. But I haven't had a problem with it so far, so I'm just going to do it like this. So we're going to put it far away from the element on the bottom, and it's going in for 50 minutes. So, toothpick test. See, it's got some room up there, so we'll see you in about an hour. All right, it's been out of the oven and cooling. So what I did, when it was finished cooking, I just turned off the toaster oven, opened the door, let it cool off in place for like, what, an hour? Mm-hmm. Probably about an hour. So now we're ready to unbox.
Ooh.
Right? Little soggy outside of the, hopefully not inside of the paper here. Mm-hmm. So let's slip into something more comfortable, like this beautiful Denby plate.
Okay.
Didn't stick at all.
Nice.
Let's hope it's cooked. Cuts like a dream. Oh. Right?
Very nice.
Looks pretty spongy.
Cakey.
Yes. Sorry, got a little Mmm.
All right, looks like we have a slice for you and a slice for me.
Yeah. Just serves two.
Yum.
Obviously, I would let it cool
Mm-hmm.
completely before I served it because or maybe you want to eat it with the chocolate chips a little melty.
I love that.
So let's prop this up.
Let's give it a taste.
Here, you can Paula Deen it and put it back together and nobody will ever know.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let me wash my hands and then we'll switch.
Okay.
You are so beautiful.
It really is.
Oh, did you see Beetlejuice?
I did. Oh my goodness.
All right, let's see.
How can you introduce a beautiful cake to me right before we're going to eat lunch?
I know.
Now I want cake for lunch. Mmm. Wow.
Right?
I would never guess that that's gluten-free.
I'm just going to take a little tidbit.
Mm. That is delicious.
Mmm. Okay.
I love when the chips are a little melty.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
That is so moist.
That's really good.
I think if you wanted to have it like as a sweet bread, you could probably toast a slice.
Yeah, but I think it's great just like this.
I think so too.
I'm excited for dessert later. I had to put my fork down because I don't want to spoil my lunch. But
I know.
It's very,
I
very
think the
tasty.
chips really add to it.
Yeah.
Last time we had this, we had just a few tablespoons of white vanilla icing.
Yeah. This really is great
Drizzled
even without
over
an
the top.
icing though.
Yeah, yeah. But the chocolate chips, whole nother level.
Very nice.
All right. I hope you give it a try on your Easter table or anytime.
Anytime, really. So.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
There you go.
All right.
So, thank you all so much for watching. We hope you give this a try. Let us know if you do. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe. It's free. So, we'll see you all next time. Thank you again. And until then, much love.